I saw this quote on TikTok or somewhere like that, and it was saying something along the lines of like, when a man is in despair, it means that he still believes in something.
Oh, we despair because we have put our faith in the world, not in what is driving us internally. Is that it?
My overall interpretation of it was more so just like, if someone feels despair, that means that they're actively trying to change their surroundings, change their circumstances in their life. You know, if someone has decided to give up on pursuing their dreams, pursuing their goals or something like that, then it would kind of just be like whatever. I knew it wouldn't work out, but to experience despair means that you're actively trying, you're actively fighting the nihilism, the suicidal ideation. You're actively working to better yourself, and I think that's a beautiful thing. I think that there's often a connotation that despair is a highly negative thing, and not to say that it isn't, but I believe that there's a lot of nuance that we can uncover with the concept of despair, because what despair means is it's trying and not getting exactly what you expected. And all in all, that sounds to me like perseverance.
Again, that makes perfect sense to me for what I have experienced myself. Again, corporate, military, personally, good. You survived it, you got through it, you learned something from it. But either way, it's still painful. And it's all relative and relevant to whoever's going through it. I get that. But from where I'm sitting, easy to theorize and philosophize about, okay, that's how it works. But when it's your time having that experience, how do you then not only get through it, how do you then relate that and share that with someone else that hasn't gone through that, and you're still hurting from that loss or gain or whatever you want to call it?
Loss is just like, it's one of those things, like, you can always have an answer for somebody who's experiencing it, but when you go through it yourself, it's like you don't want to hear any of that. All that knowledge goes out the window, and you just want to feel awful because it feels awful in that moment. But what I've come to understand is that it's a personal journey. It's a voyage. You have to walk through fire alone and learn to deal with those flames, and deal with the pain, because it'll eventually be numbing. You can just walk through it, and one day the flame will just be gone. And it's good to have helping hands to provide guidance and assistance. You can't rely on that, because at the end of the day, it's just you. And no one can engineer any sort of artifact to help you pass through this loss faster. You just have to keep moving forward.